Hi, everybody. Hi from Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm Beth Cooper and I own Bluebird Studios. I'm the Atelier of the West. I bring in top artists from around the country and even from overseas. At least I will have somebody next year from the UK. And I'm doing 12 workshops this year. And you can see it's May and my irises are going crazy. And today we're going to just chat for a little while with Valerie Koh. She's a well-known watercolor artist from California. And let Valerie, we've tried this recording now twice, so we're going to try it again. So tell me a little bit about your life and your ranch life.
Okay. I live in the far northeastern corner of California, the Forgotten Corner. We're by the Oregon and Nevada borders, 200 miles north of Reno, Nevada. And we have a small cow-calf operation, and we have 4 quarter horses.
Okay. What does a cow-calf operation mean?
It means that we have mother cows, and they have calves every year, and then we sell the calves when it's time to wean them off their mothers.
Oh, got it. Okay, well, that's cool. So, and you've been, you said you're a self-educated artist.
Yes.
And you've been painting in watercolor for how long?
For 10 years. Yes. And I also started painting in oil about 5 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And prior to painting, I used to carve saddles for a saddle maker, and I was a custom cowboy boot maker for 15 years.
That's so cool. Well, the watercolor, it's a real honest medium. I mean,
yes,
it's not like pastel that you can wipe off or oil you can go over it. I mean, you lay that color down and
well, watercolor, it has a reputation of being the most difficult, but I don't think it is at all. I find it much easier than many other mediums. And I think that perhaps because I was a boot maker for so long, and boot making is a puzzle, and watercolor is very much a puzzle, and it's very much a medium in which you need to plan your painting. And there are so many things about watercolor that are spontaneous, but there's also, and it's far more forgiving than people give it credit. You can lift, you can glaze, you can do a lot of things to make corrections in watercolor, but the most important thing in watercolor is just taking the time to really think about the steps that you want to use in approaching your watercolor.
Yeah.
And
so that's like, I'm guessing that's how you approach the workshop. And what will you be doing with the students and when you come here?
Well, one of the main things I like to concentrate on in the first day is drawing the horse and really talking about drawing. And one of the things that I really try to stress in the workshop is that anyone can learn to draw and paint. We as children are taught to read and write, but we're not taught to really see. And people think you have to be born with the gift of being an artist, and I really don't believe that's true. I really believe that we're taught that a pine tree is a triangle with a little rectangle on the bottom, or an eye looks like an almond. But so much of the art journey is learning how to see shapes, how to see color, how to see light. And it's all a matter of just walking through the steps of what to look for so that you can produce a nice drawing and a nice painting that you'll be happy with.
Yeah. Now, will we be working with our horses, just maybe going over a little anatomy or something?
Yes, mostly what I like to do with the horses is talk about their form and how they're put together and how light works off the planes of a horse's face and their body. Yeah. Because you really don't need to know anatomy. It's a good thing if you do, just basic anatomy. You don't need to know muscle structure and bone structure, but just basic parts of the horse. But more importantly, what are the proper proportions? Because if you get the proportions proper, then, I mean, you don't have to be a horse expert to produce a nice painting. And that's true really of any animal, is if you understand the proportions, then you can
so painting. Is this class going to be good for absolute beginners or?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's one of the things I really like to do on the first day is talk about that there are many ways to approach a drawing and a painting. There isn't one right or wrong way. And I like to present a number of options to the students so that they can figure out which process works best for them. And maybe they'll take a little part of one process and a little part of another process and come up with something on their own that they're really comfortable with and that really works and makes sense for them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, great. So it's 3 days
Uh-huh.
and it's June. Let's see.
15th through the 17th.
Okay. 15th. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
And we'll have an icebreaker the night before. That's just so everybody can, if they're in town, it's not mandatory, can come over and meet Valerie, and we'll have some chips and salsa and get your gear set up and, tour the barn. I always joke that it's like, your first day of junior high and you don't remember your locker combination, right? So it's just kind of getting everybody comfortable.
Yes.
And we will do a group dinner one night. We'll go out down to the plaza and tour some we get gallery or two, and then we're going to go to the Hervé wine bar, which is really good food. And if you do drink wine, you can do a flight of wine. It's very fun, it's very festive. And then I bring lunches into the studio for two days. They're $15. And then the last day I make my complimentary chili frito pie. That is kind of a Santa Fe thing. So, and that's a complimentary meal. I make the chili myself. It's turkey chili. So I think it's going to just be fun. I always try to incorporate one equestrian workshop in every year. And I've gotten a lot of requests for watercolor artists. So I thought, well, why not combine them? And I saw your work. Gosh, I can't even remember. It's been quite a while since we started talking, a year and a half maybe, and called you, and I just loved your work. So I thought this would be a good fit.
Well, thank you. I sure appreciate it. I'm honored, and I'm really looking forward to working with everybody.
Yeah, and we'll have a lot of fun. So if anybody's interested, go to my website, which is Bluebird Studio Santa Fe. So that's one S, Bluebird Studio SantaFe.com. And then Valerie Coe is who I've been chatting with today. And it's just in a few weeks, three and a half weeks maybe. So time's just gone by so fast. Hopefully good weather. It's perfect outside right now, as you can see. So
yes.
Okay, well, Valerie, do you have anything else you want to share about?
I provide the students with a syllabus on the class and the worksheets and the materials list. And one of the things I stress is that the paper is the most important thing, and to have the proportional dividers, and if at all possible, to purchase the silver brush, black velvet brushes. They'll really make things a lot easier for the students.
Yeah, and I'll make sure everybody gets the supply list. I do believe it might be on the website under your registration page, but if you're registered, you will get all this in a packet, which actually for the students that have already registered, I'll be sending that out probably tomorrow. So,
great.
Okay.
Great. All right, perfect.
This was nice to finally meet you. I mean, we've talked on the phone, but we've never met face to face. And so, okay, Valerie. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this.
Well, thank you, Beth. I sure appreciate it. And I'm honored and really looking forward to getting to meet you in person and come to Santa Fe.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so I'll see you in a few weeks.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.